Hey everybody, it is the evening of Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. Just completed week 3 of my treatment. Also just got back from dinner with my daughter, and we had a great Italian dinner, and that's why I'm wearing my Arkansas shirt, because she prefers that I don't wear my Gator shirts around town, but hey, I gotta be me. Anyway, this week was kind of a different week of treatment. I had a single treatment each day that lasted approximately an hour. That treatment's called Cereset, and I believe it stands for cerebral reset. And it's kind of complicated. I don't profess to fully understanding the technology behind it, even though I ask a lot of questions. I usually forget them by the time I get back here. But I do want to read just a couple quick paragraphs that I have pulled up for Cereset on my computer monitor to my right. So I think it kind of illustrates kind of the reason for this particular therapy. So here we go. Like an orchestra, a harmonized brain is essential for a healthy brain. External stressors can disrupt that equilibrium. Our brains have left and right hemispheres that communicate constantly, and stress or illness can produce a disharmony that hinders brain function. A left side brain imbalance will slow down brain function, also known as a freeze response. A right side brain imbalance fires hot constantly and is also known as the fight or flight response. So, as I understand it, when I first found myself in all this chronic pain, so going back 6 years, that was a fight or flight moment. My brain recognized that there was something wrong, and it was trying to figure out what to do with it. Normally what happens is when that stress, or that pain in my case, goes away, everything kind of returns to its normal equilibrium. But my fight or flight response, after it had been active, trying to figure out all this chronic pain stuff, it eventually gives way to the other part of the body, or the other part of the brain that kind of is that freeze response. And so basically I'm stuck with an imbalance between that fight or flight and the freeze response. And that freeze response is still just kind of not really sure what to do. So this therapy, again, as I understand it, they put electrodes on your head, and at the same time that they're reading your brain scan, they're also got earphones in your ears, and they're piping in these random, although I guess they're not really random, but they seem random to me, tones, just all these different tonal sounds, and basically the notes are a sound version, if you will, of the brain waves that it's reading at that moment. So it's kind of like showing the brain a mirror of itself. But I think this is the part, I hope I get it right, where it's doing that. They're digging deep, I guess, in your brain, and they're going back to a time when you didn't have the chronic pain. And so they're kind of showing the brain what it should look like. And so it's kind of reconditioning that and trying to create that harmony and balance. So that's what I did all this week. I had 4 sessions. I'll have a 5th single day session in some upcoming week. I don't know how far out. And that'll be kind of a see how things are sticking, how things are progressing. At the end of the session today, the therapist showed me a kind of a chart, if you will, of like three different parts of the brain, and how it was perceived at the beginning of the therapy, and how it perceived those parts of the brain or functions of the brain this after today. And it did show a good bit of improvement. And so hopefully that just helps create some better harmony. I'm told that there could be some behavioral results that may be a consequence of this, nothing like fanatical or anything, but like, you know, somebody who's an introvert suddenly being more extroverted, or, you know, just being more emotional than normal. And for those of you that know me, you know, I can be a little on the emotional side, so maybe I become less emotional, maybe I become more emotional. I don't know. So I think that's one of the things they said, just kind of be aware of going forward. So next week will be week 4. I go back to my normal routine, therapies all throughout the day. I'm really looking forward to getting back to it. All the stuff this week, I mean, I'm sure it's necessary to the overall big picture of my recovery, but, you know, it was basically me just laying in a chair with listening to music notes in my ear. I'm ready to get back to the hard stuff, the really working at it kind of stuff. So that's what I'll be doing in the weeks to come. And we had one of the young ladies that is in treatment with me. She graduated today. Her story is on her graduation video, I should say, is on the Spiro Facebook page, and she's real nice. She arrived about, I think it was 16 weeks ago or so, in a wheelchair, and that was the result of a workplace injury where a heavy pallet full of goods was dropped on her foot and shattered her foot all to pieces. And so, you know, she got CRPS from that, and, you know, ended up at Spiro and graduated today with 0% pain. She had CRPS up, I think, most of the right side of her body, far worse than I have. And so it's amazing to see the results. I mean, obviously I wasn't here when she got here, but I've talked to her and heard her story, and, you know, I see how she is today. I mean, she's running laps up and down in the parking lot that's outside the building. And, you know, I look forward and think about when it'll be my turn to do that. And I have no doubt that it will. So like they say here, just trust the process, and the results will come, and work hard at it, and have hope and positive thoughts in your head. And it takes a lot of those things to kind of get through some of the tougher therapies. But oddly enough, it's those tougher ones I enjoy the most. It's really a lot of fun when you have a good therapist that kind of helps pull you along as you go through the therapy. You've heard me talk about NMR therapies in the past, and I'll resume those starting this coming Monday, and hopefully I can keep pushing forward and start seeing some real progress. So I'm already walking a heck of a lot better. My gimpy walk is largely corrected. It's not perfect yet, but I've been finding myself walking that way without thinking about it, whereas I used to have to really focus hard to try to walk normal. Now it's kind of getting to be about the other way around, where every now and then I'll find myself starting to gimp around with a limp or something, and I quickly catch myself and I'll start walking more upright and, you know, heel toe, and, you know, kind of walking like a normal person would. So even in those small ways, I'm already starting to see some progress. So onward and upward, keep going, and see where this leads me. Talk to you later.